reason that POW MIA, him and Kerry conspired to make sure people know about the vets that were still there. That's why we had that problem.
What did he just say? Anytime you don't understand what Kurt Metzger says, look it up. We're going to do that right now. Let's watch it one more time. And it'll blow your mind because you know it already. You just don't know the faces and the names like he does. And it'll blow your mind.
That's why we had that problem.
I like what Spencer Guthrie says here. He says, stop it. Those text messages are really damaging to the lies we are trying to perpetrate.
Yo, her shitbag father's reason that POW MIA, him and Kerry conspired to make sure people know about the vets that were still there.
Stop sharing dead people's...
The vets that were still there. Him and Kerry conspired to make sure people know about the vets that were still there.
McCain and Kerry.
That's why we had that problem.
So after Megan tweets that, stop sharing dead people...
just share their political life who was in on their murder.
So in your view, the real psychopaths aren't the people posting from Charlie Kirk's original accounts after his death, the ones deleting his podcast episodes, publishing books in his name, or flipping his positions for political convenience?
Yeah, or your shitbag Satanist father, you fat pig.
No, the psychopaths are the people quoting him in his own words, just to make sure he isn't remembered differently from what he actually said. Right. Do I have that right, Meghan McCain?
You do, sir. Yeah, because her dad, that's how his legacy is.
Tweeting,
piece of shit, you know?
Tweeting from Charlie's Twitter account and maintaining the Charlie Kirk show, that's okay.
But okay.
That's why, after I left the agency, I went to the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. I was the senior investigator there. And I was working for John Kerry. And his office in the Russell Senate office building was directly next to John McCain's. And every single time McCain would see me, he would go out of his way to come and shake my hand and say, "Hi, John, how are you?" I'd say, "I'm great, Senator. How are you doing? Good to see you again." "Hi, John, how are you?" I'd say, "I'm great, Senator. How are you doing? Good to see you again." And finally, Kerry said to me one day, "Why don't you and McCain get a room or something?" And I said, "No." I said, "We have a connection over torture because he knows that I'm right. He knows because he lived it." That's why, after I left the agency, I went to the...
That's interesting to know, ain't it? Now, what was the one right before this I was going to watch right here?
I get dermaplaned every single week, and the lady at the spa told me a week ago I could be doing the same thing from home to save money.
They would hang him from his fear, brutality than I experienced, and they didn't crack, and they were my role models.
I don't know that he ever forgave himself. The other prisoners did, and everyone else pretty much did, but I'm not sure he ever forgave himself.
And while a son suffers in prison, a father suffers in silence.
Christmas, he would go to the demilitarized zone, which was the strip of land between